Hi everyone, this is Ray with the channel Lovewater Healing, and I'm here to do a reading for all of my Geminis. Did I say yearly? Did I say monthly? No, this is definitely the yearly 2023 reading, Gemini. Okay, let's just jump right in. My brain. Okay. Ooh, this is called Mind. This is so perfect, Gemini. I love it. We enter and explore the mind to know and love it, not to force it into submission. You don't have to change your mind or make it different to what it is, just because you don't like what it is saying. We're not battling the mind, we're making love and peace so we can embrace it. From this vibration of unconditional love, your mind and heart heal and open, coming together in harmony. Now, from this balanced place, you can do that. You can do what Gandhi suggested to free the mind. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be inspired by your divine love, wisdom, and strength. That's perfect. I love that, Gemini. That's actually beautiful for you. Let's see what we have for 5, 6, the year. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, Gemini, let's see what we're starting off with. We've got January. January is the 7 of Pentacles. What is going on with that 7 of Pentacles? Okay, so there's a lot of potential that's coming in for you here. Okay, well, there you go. This is the order I got. Okay, so here in January, I know we're about halfway through, and I'm doing these videos because I felt like the energy made the most sense, and there were most things like the vibration was there. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles, extremely successful. There's lots of potential in what you're starting, and it's time to set goals, right? So this time in January, you have this opportunity. It was just a new moon yesterday, which carries over for a couple days, that energy. You also have the Chinese New Year. So you can write all these beautiful intentions on a piece of paper and burn it off and let it go, and then stop thinking about it. Then you have February. So February is about following the flow. This could be a fire sign, but this is about your intuition, making sure that you understand that you can push forward and be in the flow of the river, and that you don't need anyone else's permission to do so. Just keep, in your balance, because there is fire involved. It's going to be important for you to just focus on your intuition, Gemini, and not let that fire escape or go anywhere else. You want it strictly for your focus. The 10 of Swords. So March, it looks like there's some endings that come to fruition. So this could be, a finality, a final ending to something, some closure that you needed for a situation. There's 3 people involved, and then obviously it's the 10 of Swords. And then, but here's the thing, like, it could feel like the ending really doesn't feel good to you, but it's actually really purposeful, right? So you have all these different choices. You followed your intuition, you stayed in the flow in March, and so you were able to then go into this emotionally and say, I'm now allowing this to let go, and you're able to maybe release some emotion as a part of it. So you have the 9 of Cups. So April is going to be about you finding the happiness in who you are, going for joy. The 9 of Cups is completely filled for you. This is also going to be about female energy here, with the cat, and making sure that specific, and it doesn't matter your gender. This is just about the female energy, and what that represents and stands for in terms of colors that you may associate with a specific gender, specifically feminine. This is goddess energy. This is really powerful because your optimism will push you through, Gemini, to the next place. And then if you're asking yourself a question about creating or starting something new, the answer is no. As you move into May, there will be some partnerships that come up for you in June. So it's just not the right time here in May, but June is going to be right around the corner. And this is you creating the abundance for yourself. You have another cat here. So you've got 2 this goddess power creator energy is here for you and supporting you in everything that you do, realizing that there's two sides to every story. And so when you're creating, in the law of opposites, you want to keep yourself like in the best motion that you can. Just follow your gut, follow your intuition. Don't discount your emotions, Gemini, because there are emotions that we go through and they're powerful and they're important. I think sometimes it's easy for us to just bottle down or hold on to our emotions. In this case, though, it's going to be really powerful for you to get into that divine feminine energy, and start releasing some of those extra emotions that you wanted to ignore that were there. So whatever partnership or whatever that you were looking to create with that other person, the answer was no in May, but it is a yes in June. So you have, possibly 3 people here, the 3 people here. But it's definitely going to be 2 people. It's a partnership that's coming into fruition, plans that were made, and it's going to be a really good one. Making sure that you're keeping the peace. You have the 5 of Swords. So as this partnership, there's going to be some conflicts that come up. There's going to be loss involved. So it could be loss financially. But what's cool is what you have the end of this snake, right, is touching all of the different swords. So like every part of, the upheaval, the conflict that happens with the 5 of Swords, there's always going to be another part that's winding around, right, to be able to get you back into your centered place, because you have that center sword here. So I think it's powerful for you to know, like, you're capable of doing this. There's going to be ups and downs. But as long as you feel like you have the desire to move forward, you're not going to have to worry about and have fear. So fear will continue a little bit if you choose it to. This could also be about desire, right? The devil bringing in something that you really want. But sometimes it's about just, us being in a fearful place or in a shadow place emotionally. So you see you have the snake here crawling up, and then you have the snake here in the devil. So this is just saying to me that you are going to have ups and downs, and that's okay. You just need to make sure that you understand and not make it something like where it's an obsession. Gemini, I know we can do that. So as long as you're focused on keeping in a love, fear, keeping out of fear and in love, in a loving place, it's going to be powerful. You have 2 people. This is the Lovers. I always feel like this is 2 sides, and perfect for you, Gemini, because this is like a Gemini card as well. This is about unions, harmonizing, coming together, keeping balance. So I think you did a really good job when you jumped here. So we've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and then September. And then you have another Gemini card, the 6 of Cups. So as you come into October, this is really beautiful because it gives you the opportunity here in the last half of the year to have a reconciliation. It might have something to do with childhood, but your cups are full, you're coming together, and you're both holding the cup. There's strength in the union, and this could just be the union of your own self, because if we look at the Devil card, it also is about shadow. So if you're coming together and you're dealing with an emotion that's really powerful for you in this year, this will be about you bringing those 2, the yin yang, everything back to like center, right, where we want to like harmonize and get back into that stage. So the reconciliation for yourself, or if it's you and another person, it will be beautiful. There's going to be a lot of compassion, creativity that comes in November. Make sure you follow your intuition. You'll keep your cups full. And then you're just hanging in there. And that's okay. Hanging in there sometimes is great. This can also be a card. This is in December. So you're waiting for something. There's new things that are starting over. But what's great here is you see the snake again is holding her leg to the tree. Some people believe it's a rope. I always believed it was a snake, and not in a negative sense. It was just like you're learning to release and let go of things. And there could be sacrifices based off of, what you're moving towards. But it's okay because in the waiting process, there's a rebirthing that comes along with waiting. So I think that's really awesome. Okay, okay, let's see. So we've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and then we have the full moon for the last for completion. So nurturing yourself, loving yourself in the first 3 months is going to be important. Making sure that there's rest and relaxation, taking in the stillness, and seeing the reflection in, let's see, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. And then there's the lotus flower, so unfoldment, right? Unfolding, after you've laid still, you've paid attention to your intuition, you're really pushing forward on something, on understanding what it will look like when it's a fully bloomed flower, right? And then you have the completion. So we go in with the Hanged Man at the end of the year, and this is you just hanging out, waiting in December. But the full moon, with this coming up, this says to me that there's completion. You've let go of those old things that no longer serve you, and you're able to really push forward, Gemini. So I think that's really awesome. Your mantra is money is energy, money flows to me. So recognizing that will be what you have for the year. And then we have the wolf mouse, faithfulness and focused. So you're going to be pretty focused, which I think is really beautiful in this year. Just don't let yourself get obsessed with how focused you are in a direction. Allow yourself to flow in and out of it. This is, let's see, look at your inner self to be more refined in your truth. Be successful in your leadership roles and parenting roles by being balanced in how you present yourself to others. Being flexible and simplifying as needed without overlooking the details. Trust the Creator. Wolf is the guardian of emotion in the spirit realm and empowers us to face our deepest fears, when to take risks and when to back away. Wolf teaches truthfulness, faithfulness, true love, and devotion to family. Mouse represents warrior medicine. It will give its life for its family. It does not overanalyze, yet pays attention to details that could hinder. There you go. So that's actually like a perfect card for you to get, because you have to realize how powerful you are, and that the wolf and the mouse, even though they're so opposite, Gemini, this is just about you, I feel like, coming together with yourself in the shadow, and realizing that in both spots, it's beautiful to have vulnerability, and that when you see those two connect together, you can feel what the vulnerability brings to you, but you can also recognize how great it feels to be childlike and in that vulnerable place. It's not often in our lives where we feel innocence in that way. So I think that's really beautiful. And that's all I had, Gemini. May your 2023 be joyous, abundant, and prosperous. Really appreciate you being here. As always, love your water and love yourself. And I'll see you in the next video. I love you.